And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the Hall of Famer, John Lynch. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Griffin will try and throw. They don't get the two-point conversion here.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That's caught by Jennings. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Here comes third and about a foot. He'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Ronnie Hickman with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Well, the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, here's Griffin. Throw caught downfield by Edelman. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And he's going to go down. Sacked 13-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Second and goal at the 13-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal? Escaping the pressure right. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Flushed out right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as they'll be backed up to start this drive.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they
gets through and now an opening.
He's still on his feet. Juwan Jennings.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Juwan Jennings
with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Vick. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
3rd and 12.
Now it's Griffin. Fighting through pressure, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. DJ Moore is back deep waiting for it. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
They'll throw now on the final play. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. DJ Moore in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
They're going to try and run, but he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? They'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
They'll fire deep, looking for more.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by the Hall of Famer, John Lynch.
A nice little juke. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Let's go.
On first down, Vick. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw is RG3. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
He's across midfield.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Paul Krause, the safety, in on the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now Griffin. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will push the lead up to 5.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
In motion here is Witten. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
It's caught at the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Christian Watson, 70 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Manziel going to throw. And they don't get it. They They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
They'll run on first down. Vick. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 2.
They'll keep it on the ground. Vick, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Here's Griffin. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
On the jump. Let's go now. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They'll try and throw for it with Griffin. He's got his target. That's complete. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Now a handoff up the middle. Vick.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9.
Now a give right side. Vick. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A big play looming. On third down.
Pat the 60. Pat the 60. Come on. Come on. Hit. Warrior 70.
Here's Griffin. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watched them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Now first and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Obviously, the thought process is to score a touchdown there on first and goal, but that loss, that's not critical. Holding on to the football is. Make sure they come away with no less than a field goal in the lead. That's uppermost in their minds.
Get it.
Here's another kneel down as he'll try to set up the game winner. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a third would win it. So now it's 4th and short.
So after the penalty, that means there's a decision to be made. Do you still line up in field goal formation? Or maybe you think about running your offense back out on the field.
Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
I wonder how they did it. What if they twitched a little bit up front, you know, a little subtle head movement the officials didn't detect, but they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious.
This is 1st and 10.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys' side of the field.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, You get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about